Bat by Zoologist. It's here. What's going on YouTube, Instagram? This is Havenleescents, and I am doing my very first review on Bat by Zoologist. So this is my very first review, as I've said, and I actually have a hard time explaining notes and like what I experience when I smell them. So I decided to just throw myself in the fire and do Bat, which is one of the more interesting scents. So yeah, let's talk about it. So the first time that I smelled this fragrance, it was actually in a sample in London. There was this store called Bloom Perfumery, and it had so many like great smells and perfumes, and they had every zoologist obviously except Bat, because this is the Reformation, and the original got canceled I think back in 2018, and I never got to experience it. So I was curious to know why it got discontinued and how it fares to the new one. To my knowledge, it got discontinued because of I think it may have been some legal issues with the previous perfumer. So they just did a completely new reformation of it. And from what I've known about the old one is that it had a banana note in it, like a ripe banana. And I thought that would have been something that it would have been interesting and appealed to me, but they took that out. So this is the new Reformation, and I'm going to read some of the notes. Cut it on. Oh, by the way, this is my friend Dage. Hey, Dage.
Hey.
Yes, so yeah, we're going to talk about it. So the top notes is fig, passion fruit, and pink guava, and also a soil accord. The heart notes is hay, incense, minerals, and night blooming jasmine. And the base notes are animalic notes, leather, mossy stones, teak wood, and vetiver. So let's talk about it. So I actually have this on today, and I decided to just bask in it. It's 82 degrees outside, and I sprayed one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So literally I decided to go all in. And my experience is, it's one of those fragrances that had to grow on me because it smells better now than it smelled 2 days ago. And the best way I can explain it is that when I first sprayed it on, it comes on very strong. And I smelled the hay immediately. That's the first thing that I could distinguish. So I sprayed this on at about 7:30 p.m. and then like from hour to hour, I made notes of, how it progressed during that time. So to me, it smells best at hour 3. Because when you first spray it on, it's very strong, it's very potent. After about 30 to 45 minutes, it starts to, settle in. And I think hour 3 was like the most flattering to me. So yeah, it smells like, what would you say it smells like? Because when I met up with her today, I was like, okay, before we do anything, I want you to smell me because I want your take on it. And that was after about an hour and a half. So like to you, what does this smell like? Is this something that you would want to smell on a guy? Can women wear it? And like, what's the occasion for it? So like what are your thoughts on Bat by Zoologist?
So first, before I give my opinion, I just want to say I don't know anything about fragrances. I don't know how, like the top note, heart note, I don't know none of that.
The technical stuff.
Yeah, the technical stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just giving my opinion. So when you first came in, I liked the smell. It was masculine, but not too much by the time you got here.
Okay, so could a woman wear this? Can a woman pull this off? And if so, what kind of woman is this? What does she look like? What is she wearing when she smells like this?
All right, so because you asked me a couple questions
okay,
before.
Well, yeah, I got you.
Going back to it. So yeah, I feel like I would want to smell this on a man. This is like a first date kind of smell to me. It's like you're going to like meet up with somebody, you want to impress them, first date kind of thing. Like, oh, you smell nice. Like,
okay.
Okay, so that's my opinion on that. The second one, a woman, I feel like she can wear this. She can't wear it and then just go straight outside because, like you said, when you first put it on, it was very potent and he even sprayed it on me so I can get a familiar sense of it. When he first sprayed it on me, I didn't like it because it was too muscular. It was too masculine. It just felt like a man.
Too muscular, yeah. Too muscular. yeah. Too many muscles for this. Okay, so I got you. So let's talk about this. Because like the way I like to categorize fragrances, because I have such a difficult time explaining what I'm experiencing, I like to explain it by building the person up that smells like this. So a guy that's wearing this, what nationality is he? How tall is he? What is he wearing? You said it was a date, but you know, some people will say, okay, this is an office or he's going to a business meeting. Like, I want you to build the guy up and give like all the details you can on what this guy looks like that smells like this.
Okay, so honestly, you kind of explained it to me differently. So I guess I had this on for a couple of hours now. So I guess I'm getting like the middle.
Okay.
I'm getting the middle right now. So I'm going to close my eyes and imagine if I smell this on a man. I don't think it's no business. It's not a business type of thing. Okay. All right, so let's see.
Okay.
I see summertime. He just got a haircut. He probably black. He could be white too, you know, all depends. I see gray sweatpants.
Oh, for real? Okay, let me not interrupt. Okay.
I see gray sweatpants, you know, white tee, the chain, just fresh, coming outside, hanging. Just one of those. It's a lovely smell. Like for a man, I don't think it's business. I don't think it's too formal for him to be dressed up, but I think it's like a chill, you know, a regular day. Okay,
so if a woman is wearing this, she's super confident. I would consider her an alpha female. Like she wears the pants in all of her relationships. Honestly, I have a different take on it. I picture this woman, business suit top, blazer, navy blue blazer, white button up. She has a short like bob haircut. Race doesn't matter. She could be a white woman or a black woman, Indian woman, Asian woman. She has a bob regardless of her race. She wears with her suit top, she's not wearing khakis or slacks. She's wearing like a suit skirt. Heels about 2 inches, pearl earrings, pearl necklace. She's not too flashy. And she's actually, she sprayed this on right before, like she's on her break. She works in corporate America and she's on her lunch break. And she's meeting up with a friend from another company because they have an hour until they can get back to work. And she smells like this. That's what I get from it. She's very dominant. She's very, she has nice strong calves to be able to, even wear the heels. Like she's that type of woman. She's about 5'6", and yeah, she just does her thing. She, if she gets married, she gets married. If she doesn't, she's perfectly fine. So like, she's just the all around alpha female. And that's kind of what I get when I smell it. If a woman is smelling like this. Now, as a guy, the guy that looks like this, or that smells like this, he's about 6'1", still a navy blue suit, he's wearing, Ferragamos. He doesn't really wear Gucci or Louis. He likes to wear Ferragamos, if you know they're Ferragamos when you see them, you know it. If you don't, you don't. He's very subtle and drives a nice car, not too expensive, but not your everyday expensive car. So I'm thinking about the $80,000 range. He probably drives a Range Rover, black. He keeps it simple. You know what I'm saying? Tan interior. He has glasses on. He's very business minded. He's very goal oriented. That's kind of what I get when I think of this smell. So now obviously I wore this today, and as you can see, I'm wearing some circus shorts and like a t-shirt, but
that's what I see.
That's what she sees. So occasion wise, it sounds like to me there's a wide spectrum. So you can either be gym shorts going to Walmart. I wouldn't wear it at Walmart. I say Publix, or you can dress up with it. So that's kind of my take on it. What I like about Zoologist is that you can buy. Not only can you buy the samples, you can buy these 11 mLs, and I think they have it on the website where you can pick any 5 for about $195. So that's about $200 to get 5 of these fragrances. What I would say about it is that if I had to just purchase the sample, I would have felt like I needed more. But if I purchased the 60 ml, I would have thought that I needed less. So I think about 30 mLs would be perfect for this fragrance. maybe that's something that they will do. I think 11 is not enough, but 60 is too much. So I would settle for the, the 30 ml. But all around, I do feel like I would have it in my collection. I actually asked my sister about it and she loves it, but she also loves masculine scent. So that kind of makes sense. So overall, as far as, a dominant masculine scent, I would give it about an 8 out of 10. But if I was ranking it just amongst, just scents in general, the Baccarats, the, just the ones that we know about, the niche fragrances, I would probably give it about a 6.5 to a 7, because it really depends on the person and how they carry themselves. So I hope I was able to, give some clarification to it. And again, the way I, describe things are, so unorthodox and, not what you're, used to hearing as far as like talking about the top notes, the middle notes, and the base notes. But it can only get better from here. This is my first video, and backed by Zoologist.